All right, guys, part 2 of Most Feared is here. Hopefully you went ahead and you got all the players that you wanted. You're rocking the Sheriff. You're rocking the new Denzel Ward. Sue up the middle. And Travis Frederick on the offensive side. Some solid cards out of part 2. It's really good. But now it's time to look forward, right? So what do you do with your leftover bats, leftover players that you have when this ends? We're going to go ahead and break that down and show you how to capitalize and make the most coins and training when this ends. I'm Buffalo K, aka the Accountant. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, guys, it's actually cold in my office for the first time in a long time. So we have our trusty hoodie on to keep us nice and warm. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of these most feared players. Prices have gone up quite a bit in the past day, and I think that's because people are going out to, you know, load up on bats to get some more stuff, to get these players today, to get all the part 2 guys that they wanted. But also I think guys are prepping, hoping for some kind of blitz event this weekend. I don't know if we get a blitz event per se, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up with, you know, another mini part of Most Feared coming this weekend. We're still a week away from Halloween, so there's a lot of time to kill. At a bare minimum, I would expect some limited cards to come on, right? Hopefully get a couple Most Feared limiteds in the next couple of days. Hopefully tomorrow we see some movement on here. But one thing I want you to keep an eye on, these guys here, these 88 overall players. The 85's done the same thing, but not as much. The 88s and even the 92s, you can see these guys selling for about 65,000 coins, up to 69, 70,000. But they're selling for way more than that. If you go ahead and you take off this Most Feared filter, right? We're just on Most Feared 88 overall. If we take this off, you can see that these are going to jump right up. The lowest card up is 74,000 coins. These are going to sell. This is the actual price of what these 88s right there on cue they're selling. Simple filter. Just go down to Most Feared, and right there you'll see him for, you know, a couple thousand less right out of the gate. You saw him for, you know, 64 just a second ago, so that's 10,000 less. When this series ends, or when this program ends, if it follows suit with what happened every time we had alternate currency last year, your bats will transfer back into training. They will no longer have alternate currency. The bats will disappear. Those will turn into training. I'm going to guess about a 5-to-1 ratio. For every 5 bats that you have, you're going to get 1 training, right? That's about how it works out. If you break down, you know, what an 88 normal card quick sells for, opposed to how many bats you get with quick selling an 88 Most Feared player, it comes out to about 4.8, right? So 4.8 bats to 1 training, it would be about an equal ratio. I would assume that EA is going to go more the 5-to-1 ratio. What that's going to do is mean that if you have leftover bats and you don't want them to just convert over to training, you're going to want to go ahead and load up on as many players as you can. Don't go out and get them in the auction house per se, but if you have leftover bats, go to the store, trade in those bats for players with the packs. Hopefully you get a solid player, and you're going to want to transfer that way. I think it's probably going to be your most valuable way to go ahead and increase training or cards going forward. These guys here too, like I said, they're selling for about 70,000, 74,000 coins. If you take a look at other 88s, they're selling for far more. You'd be very hard to find another 88 that is not Most Feared selling for under 90,000 coins. Right here, 90,000 coins for Jason Verrett. Our core elite, same thing. These guys are up even a little bit higher, I think. Same thing about 93, 94,000 coins. When the promo ends, when the program ends, when Most Feared is over with, these 88 Most Feared players will then, like I said, quick sell for training like the rest of these cards. That will bring their value back in tune with other 88s. So expect these cards, if you can buy them for 60,000 coins, you're going to be able to sell them in a few days for 90,000 coins. There's a caveat to that, though, because at the same time this promo ends, Series 3 is going to begin. That's also going to bring in a new transfer or a new exchange set. Hopefully, you know, 89 and 90s you can trade in to go ahead and get a 91 and 92. Most likely just an 89. You know, a couple 89s, you'll get a 91 out of it. But just keep in mind, new exchange sets, new series, new cards, hopefully new power-ups. That'll be a complete different video. You know, that's going to impact the prices of these 88s. Like I said, right now selling for 93,000 coins. That's good. Training demand is up right now too because of the 77 plus sets in the store, or 77 plus packs in the store. So keep that in mind too. Training could come down when Series 3 gets here. A lot of guys like to open up new packs, try to get the new power-up cards, you know, try to get whatever's new that comes out. So keep that in mind as well. We'll take a quick look over at 92 overall players. All 92 overall players, you can see the most feared guys are by far the cheapest. These guys are selling about 242,000. You can find them cheaper. Let's go down. Where's the next? The first 92 that is not in the most feared promo would be sitting at Matt Ryan at 399,000 coins, 400,000 coins. And then Christian Okoye even higher. You know, Kurt Warner in 415 range. So they're almost half price, right? So the 92 most feared players are almost half the price of other 92 overall cards. Granted, Kurt Warner, Team Diamond, hero card, much more difficult to attain. Christian Okoye, a solid fullback. Everybody loves this guy, especially with the current meta still. You know, Matt Ryan's a limited card. Melvin Gordon's the master cards. These are kind of high tier cards. So I understand that they are more expensive than some others, but some of these guys are not. Some of these guys' Series Redux cards still extremely expensive due to their rarity. We will be getting more 92, 93 overall cards coming soon with Series 3 coming out. And then, you know, before we know it, Harvest promo is going to be here. We're going to bring in more cards that way. But same thing here. So these cards here, 92 overall most feared cards sell for 45,000 bats. If you wait until the series ends and you go ahead and get these guys for just what they normally quick sell for, you're looking at 8,000 training, 8,700 training per 92 overall cards. So let's say you get these guys at 200,000 coins, 240. You're looking at about 23 to 25 coins per training. That's one of the best values you're going to find right now. Same with those 88s. If you find those 88s for about 60,000 coins, you're looking at about 23,000 per, right? So you're going to get them. You're going to have to wait a week to turn that in. But this could be a way, if you have the coins now, that you could end up with enough training to hold you over for a good part of the rest of the year. This is going to give you, you know, a big heads up if you can roll into Harvest promo with, you know, 100,000 training for a lot cheaper than what the current value is. If there ends up being another trade-in set where you can buy cards with training, some kind of guaranteed value pack that comes out, that's going to put you way ahead. And that's going to be a really good way to make coins going forward. Training is going to be vital all year. And the more that you have early on in a promo, I think it puts you that much further ahead. Not only just to get the cards that you want, but to make coins. Every time you get new cards, they are most valuable the minute they come out, and they drop exponentially right away. People saw it this morning with Peyton Manning. I know one guy in my chat and stream this morning said that he got Peyton Manning right away, sold him for 500,000 coins. 45 minutes later, he was going for 300,000 coins. So as fast as you can get him, new program cards anyway, new promo cards, they are going to have their highest value the minute they are released. These are the packs that I'm talking about. You know, when it comes to the end, when it's the last time, you know, the day before this program ends and they announce when training is going, or when bats are going to convert into training, these are the packs here that I want you guys to go ahead and use. Go ahead and rip all the ones that you can. Start at the top. If you have over 47,000 bats, the 92 overall player is going to be your best bet. Then, you know, if you don't have 47,000, say you got 15, 16,000 left, go ahead and pull the 85 to 88. Obviously, you're hoping for an 88 overall player that's going to give you a really, really good value on that card when it comes to training or just selling it. And then last, you know, burn the last of them that you have on the 77 to 81 overall players. Because remember, players are going to have a better transfer rate to training than bats will by themselves. One last thing I want you guys to remember is that with these prices, what you want to buy these guys for now to kind of load up on training for down the road, if we get limiteds over the weekend or within the next week, or we get packs in the store that you can buy with bats that aren't the current ones that we already have, we get something different. You know, maybe we get a 77 plus overall pack in the store that you can purchase with bats instead of training. That is going to change this dynamic completely. Bats will become far more valuable. And that's going to change some of these prices, but the training aspect of it still will hold true. It is never a bad idea to hold on to these cards to the end of the promo and go ahead and turn those cards into training, or just sell them outright when the promo is over with. Their value changes so much, and it is largely overlooked by most people. That's all I got for today, guys. I'm Buffalo K, aka The Accountant. Please tell your friends that this channel right here is why you have more coins than they do.